Up until this point, we've basically looked at finding singular characters, oftentimes when we know exactly what those characters are. But like so many expressions, there are often several ways to write the same thing. Some ways are just better. For instance, just using the wildcard we learned previously that finds any digit, \d. If we do a search on \d on this text here, we can go through and find each individual digit. But what if we wanted to find not the individual digits, but an entire number or string of digits? And what if we don't know how many digits that might be? In this sample, we have different amounts of digits in each of our numbers. We can use the hidden menu and look under Repeat and find one or more times. So at least one, but who knows how many? And the expression for that is plus. So to find multiple digits in a row, we can write \d followed by the plus sign. Here's an expression that uses one or more times that you'll probably use a lot. Period, plus. It's pretty general. It's any character one or more times. That's going to take in any text in the paragraph with the exception of a hard return. I like to call this expression stuff. It's used when the content of the found text can be just about anything. Let's head back to the secret menu, down to Repeat, and look at another option, which is 0 or more times. That's expressed with an asterisk. Now, why call it out if it appears 0 times? Well, I like to call this the or not expression. Something might be here, or not. Let's actually look at our phone number expression again. If we look at the beginning of this expression, there's a \/ and an open parenthesis, and that's followed up by the asterisk. We have to escape the parenthesis because we want the literal parenthesis character, and because it has a special meaning in GREP otherwise. But the asterisk says, maybe it's here, maybe it's not. In our phone number example, we have a lot of these. Parentheses, dashes, close parentheses, spaces, periods, etc. So we're saying that whether they are there or they aren't, it still fits the pattern. Sometimes we have a better idea of what we need to find, or our search needs to be a little less inclusive. We might know exactly how many of something we're actually looking for. Using our phone number example, we know that there are 3 digits near the start of the expression. We have a couple of these or not expressions as well. We've got one right in the beginning. But after that, we know that we're looking for 3 digits exactly. This number 3 here in the curly brackets, or curly braces, states that we're looking for exactly 3 digits. No more, no less. The number reflects back on whatever character or expression is immediately before it, and it sort of limits our expression. There are a few built-in expressions that come with InDesign, and you'll find them here in the pull-down query menu. And this middle section, between these tiny little gray lines here, are actually all GREP expressions. There are a few that are built in, like I said, and one of them that I use a lot is multiple space to single space. This gets rid of all those double spaces that we normally have to go and manually pull out or do a fine change on by doing find space space and replace with space. This is the better way to do it because it takes into account all the different spaces that might be here, and sometimes people put actually more than one space. This built-in expression uses the number limitation quite well. So this first part, in the square brackets, sort of chucks at us all the different types of spaces that we might encounter in an InDesign file. But here's the magic key. In the curly brackets is a 2 and a comma. That comma says or more. So we're looking for any kind of space, what all of this says here, and we're looking for it when it occurs 2 or more times in a row. If there's only one space, it keeps it there. And if there are 2 or 20 or 220, it will find that and style the pattern. And in this case, we're telling it, replace it with one single space. We can also create a range of characters to find. Maybe we want to find words in a spelling list that are 4 to 6 characters long. And since these are all in lowercase, we're just going to go ahead and look for lowercase characters. So the first thing I'll do is enter the wildcard for lowercase, \L. And then I'm going to go ahead and create a pair of curly brackets. And I'll use my back arrow key to get inside those brackets. And then I'll start with the minimum value. We said we want words that are at least 4, or a string of 4 lowercase characters at least. And then I'm going to put a comma. And in this case, the comma indicates a range. So I'm going to put the minimum, then comma, and the maximum, which is 6. So that's any lowercase character 4, 5, or 6 times in a row. I'm going to select that frame and make sure I'm only working on that story, and say Find Next, and it skips to the first word that is 4 characters long. And as I hit Find Next, it goes through each of those words. Notice that the simple expression works because each word is its own paragraph in this case. Also note that no word's longer than our maximum. I tailored the text to fit the expression to make the example as simple as possible. If the text was more complex, we would need to add even more to our expressions. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like and subscribe to our channel. And for thousands more how-to articles and tutorials, visit our website, creativepro.com, and become a member today. Thanks for learning with us.